Again, doesn't matter what the defense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now it's Herbert. Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. From the 50, here's Herbert. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Herbert back to the air. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Touchdown! Ladd McConkey, 26 yards. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well.
And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football and a touchdown. Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a fourth quarter lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Go, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. A first down carry for Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Trucks over him and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we may very well be headed to overtime. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's 1st down. Herbert to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.